So we have just launched a new Trace New Explorer page, which we wanted to show you. So now if you land to our new Trace Explorer page, you will see a scheme like this where you can see all the list view, which is all the spans here, all the traces based on which are the root spans there, and also a visualization for the time series view. We also provide a very powerful query builder here. You can filter based on different attributes here. For example, all the attributes you send to SigNoz is available here, which you can use to filter. Let's filter by a particular service name. So it will automatically suggest you all the options available. And once you run query, you will filter all the traces based on the application available here. And the results are super fast. You can also group by different attributes which are present here, and that will start showing you a time series view based on the different aggregation options you have chosen. Let's, for example, choose a component here as a aggregation option. So now you see a time series view which has this component net HTTP, and by default it shows you aggregation based on count, but you can use any other aggregation option here. Let's first make this for legend a bit more beautiful. So we'll just select component here and run this query. So now we have a net HTTP component, the chart of like how many spans are there which has this net HTTP component in a given period of time. And then you can also aggregate, like choose different sort of aggregation. For example, let's try to find out P95 of the duration of the spans here, and just run the query here. So now you see this is the duration of the components which are net HTTP for a particular service name, and you get the P95 of that. So this is pretty powerful. You can, like, this is just one query, but you can write multiple queries like this here. You can create formulas here. And what's even cooler is that you can directly create dashboards straight from your Explorer page. For example, you can go ahead, add this to a trace dashboard. Say you want to create a new dashboard. So this gets here added by default. We just run this query again. You get the same query which had earlier, and then you can just give it a name. For example, P95 duration. For net HTTP component, give some restrictions here. And the access here is in nanoseconds because the duration data which we get is in nanoseconds. So we'll just run this here. So now we get a beautiful chart on what's the P95 duration coming from a particular service and which is for a particular component, right? And then we can just save it here. It will ask if you want to save it, and then boom, you just created a chart of duration very quickly. Let's just name this dashboards as a trace dashboard. Give some tag here, for example, traces. And now you have a dashboard created which you can monitor. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show here. The same thing which you can do by creating setup alerts, which I can share in the next video.